Hello, this unit is about the Technology Student Association. It is the last curriculum unit within the Foundations of Engineering course. You'll see an overview, and the content includes an overview of TSA, basically a study of what the organization is, description of the competitive events, and then focus on teamwork and project management. The motto of the Technology Student Association is learning to lead in a technical world. As you can see, it's a nonprofit career and technical student organization for young men and women in high school and middle school to learn more about the field and have opportunities to demonstrate their knowledge. TSA is in the same classification as FFA, Future Farmers of America, FBLA, and others. Go through the presentation under the Explore to learn more about what the TSA is, learn the mission statement, and of course the other things that are there. Then move on to the challenge questions, because the challenge questions are important and that they actually are the same thing that's in the quizzes. So you need to make sure you review the challenges. The TSA scavenger hunt assignment is the first assignment. It's associated with this first part of the unit. So you're going to go to these websites, these two websites here, one's national, one's local, and get your answers and put them in the Word document, answer these questions, and submit. The second lesson in this unit is probably one of the more fun ones. It is the competitive events. It's where you actually are learning what TSA students can do, the activities that they can participate in. And you can see the types of events, and you can see how they help students develop certain skills. The events are to help you develop and very much focused on leadership. TSA is extremely focused on leadership. So those of you who like those aspects would enjoy TSA, certainly, because there's many opportunities for officer positions throughout the local chapter, the state chapters, and nationally. So also there's team projects, the STEM-based curriculum events, and those of you who like programming, who like building things or solving problems, even doing that is worthy of participating in a TSA event. So you need to know the different types of events in terms of categories and also some of the specific challenges that are offered. So you need to know the leadership events. So understand each one of these. And you need to understand competitions. Look at that. Yes, it is the Regatta Boat Challenge, made out of cardboard boats. And Technology Day, this is what they do at Perry every year. And some of you may be involved in TSA in your school, which is great. If you are, please contact your teacher and let them know, and you can probably share some of your work. And then go through this presentation in detail of all the types of challenges that they have. TSA, Technology Student Association, is a recognized organization, and it is something that is definitely academically recognized, and you can see all the organizations that do respect it and as a valid learning opportunity and extracurricular activity. The assignment associated with this lesson in the module is a discussion where you're going to go back to this website and you're going to go through and look at events, find a competition that interests you, say why it is, and then find something that would you like to have that they do not have, and of course respond to others. So the next lesson is teamwork, and You hear that a lot. Sports is great in many ways, or it can be. Not every sport is this way, but it can be to help you develop team abilities. If you have a good coach, then that's something that they would be looking at. So, TSA is a great way to start learning the elements of teamwork and how to work together effectively. And as such, whenever you go into the Explore section of this lesson, you'll see the same thing. Engineering is highly focused on teams and teams working together. We've all who've worked as engineers become part of a team. And so that's why it's important to learn those skills. So how can you be a better team player? Look at the characteristics of teamwork, work ethics, communications, and parliamentary procedure. You've seen a little bit of that already in the generic CTSO, career tech standards that you have woven into the course. But this is more specific in terms of technology and understanding product development and solving problems, technical problems. Work ethics, a sense of responsibility, dedication and quality, focus and respect. That's true on anything, but it really is key whenever you're trying to get a product developed by a certain time frame. Communication is probably the hardest to master out of so many of these. Respect to all members of the team. Some reasons, some people just have a problem with respect. I don't understand why. Others do not know how to listen. They do not have the patience to listen. They're used to 10 seconds. If you can't tell me what you're going to tell me in 10 seconds, I'm not going to listen to you. Some people don't give 10. Participation. If you're the type of person who would rather not be that visible, you need to stand out because you've got good ideas too. And you need to be in an environment where the people around you allow you to stand out and don't cut you off whenever you're talking or whenever you're trying to say something or treat you with disrespect. Likewise, somebody who is a floor hog, you really need to step back and allow others to speak. And of course, main thing is keep positive with each other. No one likes to be run down. And then parliamentary procedure, why is it used? And you'll learn a little bit more about parliamentary procedure here in the challenge. Not in the challenge, I'm sorry. In the takeaway. So go through and understand the history of parliamentary procedure and why it became important and who developed it. So for this lesson, the assignment is a discussion, and think through this honestly. I think you've been all in a situation where you're all tasked to do something, but you have this one guy or gal who takes control. Not that they are a natural leader, it's just that they take control. In this case, we're talking about know-it-all Sean. Sean's good at what he does, and he has a high interest, but he's not a team player, nor is he very creative in what he does. So he has a lot of good skill sets, but by himself, it's not very complete. But yet he has a tendency to dominate meetings. So think about that, and think about how you would respond to that. Whether you just roll over and let him do what he wants to do because he's Sean, or if you find a way with dealing with him. It's a good topic to discuss with each other because I think we've all run into that from time to time, and we can learn from each other on how to solve the problem. The last lesson in this unit is project management. And project management is the administration, the planning, the budgeting, the follow-through, the presentation, all of this to make the project successful. You can't just get in there and do something, excuse me, and expect delight out of it, that it'd be the perfect thing. It requires teamwork, and project managers are the ones that actually may not be doing the actual design themselves, but they are very good at helping facilitate and move things along and get people talking to each other, and they adhere to the planning process. And they look at the clock, time management, they're making sure that someone's watching for quality and looking at the costs throughout the whole thing. So there actually is a good deal of meat in the project management lesson. You will have a project associated with this, and the project you have will be complete a project plan. So go through here to understand what is in the plan, how they will look, and how it will be managed. Also, as mentioned, time, cost, and money all play into it. And then also, project management is a fantastic field of work all into its own. So it has established techniques. So understand each of the techniques, which are the aspects of project management, such as teamwork, time management, organization and documentation, resources, verifying that all the resources are there and you're not over budget, you have what you need when you need it, and that the thing is built correctly to the standards that are expected. So what does it take to be a project manager? This is a great field. I did this for a while myself. So you develop, it's actually a very advanced field now in the years that we're living in. So here's some resources for you to check into. And that brings you to the last assignment, the last project of the course. So what you're going to do is you're going to build a promotional item, which is a simple electronic, web-based, video, or cartoon-based promotion for a membership drive. A membership drive would be in a school or a local community. As part of the process, you're expected to create a project plan detailing the objective of the promotion, the plan components, and the schedule for work. So put all of the elements in there that are described in the project plan section. So here are your instructions. If you're going to use some media that's a little bit less than this, or that requires permissions, make sure you get permission from your teacher. You need to identify 3 benefits of TSA you intend to promote. Use graphics. Complete the project plan. A template is shown below. You need to print and submit that, as well as developing the item itself. So you need to allow yourself the proper time to do this. And here is the project plan, the objective, your 3 benefits, a description of your technical solution. In other words, how are you going to create? What are you going to do? You're going to do a web page? Are you going to do a video? What is it going to be? How are you going to do it? And then you go into, this is your work plan. How long do you think it will take? When do you start it? When do you end it? And one thing I don't have in here is any testing. So you need to allow time for it not to work out correctly. So your estimated end is whenever it's finished and correct, not just whenever you get your draft done. So if you have questions, talk to your teacher. And then, of course, the last assignment you have will be taking the quiz. And as mentioned many times before, review the challenge questions for all the lessons before taking the quiz. You'll score much better. Contact your teacher if you have any questions about anything. Thank you.